All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Gear Grease. You got your Paul Moonshine, and joining us for the first time, Mater Moonshine. We'll start with the lady. It's Paul Don't Matter. How you doing tonight?
Mater's doing pretty darn good tonight. I just had me a little bit of my moonshine to get ready for you guys. So I'm excited about what we're going to be doing this evening.
Unless you had an entire jug, you ain't ever going to be ready.
Well, now listen here, boy. Just because you educated don't mean you remember. You got to respect your elders.
Speaking of elders, Paul, how you doing?
I'm not no elder. I'm only 21 plus, but I'm doing pretty good. So,
21
is
centuries
everybody
plus.
getting ready to do what now, boy?
You heard me.
I go by P's and Q's.
Listen,
I know you can say the whole alphabet, but
21 and plus, boy, you ain't that far behind Ma.
I didn't say how many pluses.
Well, you got to remember, though, Ma's a little bit older than you are, so I can tell some tales on you, boy.
Well, yeah, but the good thing is Ma ain't around no more. Well, her bones are.
That's the only thing is well, there's a few other things, but we won't talk about them tonight.
You mean you
Well,
don't want to talk about Moss Beaver?
Well, I was going to be nice and polite since this is my first episode, and I might get us all in a little bit of trouble.
Well, we're past the YouTube requirements for cussing.
This is a PG-13.
Well, you know how Mater is, so honey, it goes to PG-21.
Well, see, now I'm 21. I'm good.
Ain't nobody said you was good.
No, you're right. CW, honey, we won't go there. We'll be nice tonight. We'll try real hard.
I'm always good if nothing else for good for nothing. So, anyhow, is everybody ready to be on the road to go to Big River?
Absolutely, and to bring some laughter to these folks. I know that Mater's really excited. I started saying Ma, but she's still in them bag of bones, so I don't know how she's doing. But the rest, Mater's ready to go, and so is Rabina's. And I know you chomping at the bit.
Have they taken the circle back?
I can't wait to get up there.
Have they taken the turnabouts out yet? Because I ain't ready for them.
I'm not hearing you good.
Have they taken the turnabouts out on the way? Because I ain't ready for those.
I don't know. You still got the turnabouts. Just don't get caught going around. It's not a merry-go-round. You got to take an exit at some point or the other.
Well, as long as it don't go up and down, we'll be all right.
It might go up and down.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. We just have to be careful. But, boy, we're going to bring some excitement, ain't we, Paul?
We're going to try.
Well, that's what we want to do.
Now, you ain't never been to Big River.
Nope. But I know you, CW, so I know what's up.
This is their 10th anniversary this year.
Oh, wow. Really?
And they are expecting over 20,000 people. So I figure with 20,000 people, we might just entertain one or two.
Well, I was getting excited till you said that. Now, Paul, Mater's going to get a little bit, I don't know if I can handle 20,000 people. I've been known to handle 15,000, but I don't know if I can handle 20,000.
Mater, that's
I
a
don't
lot of
think
people to handle.
20,000 can handle you.
Well, I was going to say that, but I figured I better behave.
Misbehave, more like it. But
I hear I understand that there's going to be a new section this year that she's bringing in, that they're having the Renaissance. Is that correct?
Yes, this is going to be the first year they've had the Renaissance Festival, and it has its own special area. So we are going to be divided up in 3 sections, basically. We're going to have the Renaissance Fair, we're going to have Diesel Punk, and we're going to have Steampunk. And we're going to have a bunch of fun.
Well, Mater, that just means you get to take over one section, I get to take over a section, and Paul can have a section. I'll be king of the Diesel Punk.
Well, since I've done Renaissance for a right good while, I guess I can handle them there boys, them knights in shining armor.
But now I know that we have one show going to be set up in the Renaissance area, and I think the rest of our actual stage shows are over in the steampunk area. But with that being said, now it's safe to say Tammy won't tell us we can't go nowhere and play. So we have the whole fair to play in, or a festival, whatever you want to call it.
So let me ask you this though, since you brought that up, Paul, on that Renaissance, do we need to dress Renaissance?
No, we are a steampunk. Well, we moonshiners. We're gonna do whatever we want. That's
What I figured, but later sometimes gets carried away with them boys and kilts, because I'm always looking for a blue ribbon. So
Stop,
underneath
stop.
them quick.
Time out there. You got to stay dressed on this. You got to stay dressed.
Now wait a minute here now. I ain't worried about me being dressed, but I want to go and see what's under them there kilts them there boys wear.
well, if it's proper, there ain't nothing but shoes and socks.
Well,
So-
there's been a few times I've seen things under them kilts I won't never forget.
Well, if it's like
Now-
last year, there might be no imagination to some of these people's outfits.
Now this is true. They do get a bit carried away. Now,
Yeah,
now, Mater, no mirrors on your shoes.
Darn, Pa. What you go doing that for? You taking that ain't gonna be no darn fun.
I figure knowing you, you'll come up with something else.
You're right.
Now, Paul,
Very
this Renaissance area, is it more of a historical? Is it fantasy? Or is it just we're going to have a place for the people to cosplay as knights?
I'm thinking, and like I said, we don't have time here to clarify, but with all of everything going on, it's going to have more of a fantasy feel to it. But I do know that she has the SCA, which is a very historical correct group, that they will be part of it. So if
Okay.
you're looking for history, it's going to be there. If you're looking for fantasy, it's going to be there. I'm going to say Tammy has probably got all the bases covered this year. Now, one of the shows that I'm proud of the Moonshine family, I will put us up there with some of the best. But one show that if you're going to see it, and that's the only show you're going to see, I have got to say you want to see Tallwood Mills. That man is a performer. And I'm going to make sure to catch one of his shows myself. And after you see his shows, then you got to come see the Moonshine.
Or just see us before and after him?
That's right. They won't forget us, that's for sure. Well, too, and I don't know about you boys, but Scalawags Mater has performed with them up in Riversance, up in South Dakota. And guys, they are a pirate group. They're good, they're fun, have performed for years. So they are another group that would be everybody needs to see if they're going, since I know they're going to be there.
Yeah, Lillard said they had been performing for 20 years. So, well, like I said, we're in there with some of the best. I'm pretty sure we can hold our own and keep everybody's attention. But Tammy's got a lineup this year that just can't be beat.
And if
Well-
we can't keep their attention, we'll set someone on fire and that'll get the attention.
Boys, we ain't got to worry about getting anybody's attention with you two. Yeah, that'll be no problem.
Now, one of the things you got to get ready for on the Big River is we now have a new fire eater amongst us. Even though he wasn't supposed to start eating fire yet, I kind of neglected to tell him that. But on the bright side, he did not try it at home. He done it
Exactly.
at work, and that would be Johnny.
And I didn't set anything on fire at work.
Okay, congratulations. So we now have two crazy idiots eating fire.
Yeah.
One.
Well, Paul, you ain't going to eat it no more?
Well, no, but I think I'm past the crazy idiot.
Well, now, I don't know about that part. After I saw that last spike you had made, and I assume you're going to take that with you?
Well, yeah, I gotta have something to pick my nose with. And my brain.
Well, I'm sure glad Mater is retired from the medical field, because Lord have mercy, you sure set her on edge when you do that.
It's almost safe.
That's the
And-
word, almost safe.
And for those that don't know it, since this is going to be going out, the Moonshine family is pretty much a don't try this at home show, which is why I'm kind of proud that Johnny didn't try it at home. He went to work and done it. Shoot for that workman's comp, I'm sure. But you're going to see things from the Moonshiners that you don't get to see nowadays. I do stick a rather large spike in my head. I hold the world record for a long time standing barefoot on broken glass. Now Johnny does the broken glass for me. We have a human trap and a bed of nails. So, a really good show. And then going to have Mater causing chaos and mayhem by helping us keep humor in the show.
Now, Mater is so prim and proper, boys. Y'all don't think she do nothing like that.
I know that you did not say that with a straight face.
Oh, no, but I just heard pure silence. Even Johnny's not. Come on, ZW. Talk about Mater. She's prim.
Prim and proper like a nun down in hell.
I knew that was coming.
Well, now that might not be as uncommon as you think, but I'm not going to go there.
We better not. We're supposed to be behaving on this. And if y'all know you get Mater started, gosh only knows where it's going to go.
But Mater,
Well,
here's the fun thing, Mater. All either of us really have to do is, you know what? I got an idea. I need to talk to the Mater. And he starts worrying.
Oh, absolutely. He should. Oh, that's right, because he don't know when Maul Beaver's going to show up, does he?
Nope.
I will put it this way. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. And anytime you two go to put your heads together, if you ain't knocking them together, then I'm in trouble.
Yes, sir, you sure is, because if you think we're going to let that go, it ain't going to happen, honey.
And the bad thing is, each time we get together, we just got to up the ante from the last time.
I know. You and I got to talk, CW. There's a few things we need to discuss before this festival coming up, because we really want them to see what happens with Paul Moonshine and that beaver pie.
I can see it on his face now. He wants more beaver pie already.
Well,
Which is a bit of a sticky situation.
Well, we'll make sure it's not as dry as it was the last time you had that piece of pie. And we're going to let everybody use their own imagination with that.
Like I said, now y'all do know that eventually I will get even.
Nah,
And-
I don't think so.
and-
Do you think Johnny he'll get even with us?
Nah, because he got two little ones that they'll defend me.
I because you'll bribe them.
Darn tootin', and I got their bribe right over there.
See, the thing of it is, he's going to have to stay one step ahead of us. And that ain't going to happen.
Because he's too
Oh,
old
now
and
I've
slow.
got a few things up my sleeve as it is already.
You ain't
What?
got no sleeves.
I don't see no sleeves.
And you ain't gonna see it coming either.
Oh, I think, Johnny, that's a challenge. Don't you think that's what that is?
Oh, yeah.
So, we got to put our heads together because we're going to rig him. Oh, boy, I got ideas of whirling around in this head right now. Oh, my.
And the good thing about if we get him at Hannibal, it's a lot of hills. So we just go up one little hill and he'll be out of it halfway up.
See? Well, and he'll never know what we're doing. He'll never see us putting our heads together. So, Paul, you just better be ready, boy.
Now, I will say this. There is a really nice lighthouse in Hannibal, just up from where the festival was held. But I am not walking back up there again.
You did get a really good shot of the fair, though. You really did. And that's something else. If you go to the festival, just looking for the festival, you're going to miss out. There is so much around Hannibal to look at. It's the hometown of Mark Twain. It's also the hometown of the unthinkable Molly Brown. And for those of you that remember MASH, Colonel Harry Potter was from Hannibal, Missouri. So, several things there.
And along the area the festival's held in is right off a couple of Mark Twain memorials. Well, not really a memorial, but like there's the fence he was supposed to have painted and all those things. And if I remember right, one of the buildings that had a store in it last time was actually one that Mark Twain worked in.
Oh, wow.
Yes. The area right in there, those are actually from Samuel Clemens' area. And he did live in that area, that house that they had there with the fence. That is his stomping ground. So it is very much Samuel Clemens, Mark Twain orientated.
Well, and that's a good thing. But I think the thing that's exciting about this, guys, is that you've got a 4-day festival that is going to be able to reach everyone. There'll be something there that they can enjoy, plus the history of the town and the area that all this is held in. And so it's one of those things, and it's exciting what I've seen on Tammy's website. Really looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun for all of us. And we just hope that the public, that and heads our way.
Which, Mater, you brought up a good point. It's a 4-day festival. It's over Labor Day weekend. We didn't mention when the Big River is. Big River's always Labor Day weekend.
Well, and that is, because somebody, if, especially of us who live here in Oklahoma living on the lake, brother comes to the lake, but this gives them an area that's full of history, like you guys were just talking about. And then at the same time, you're going to get to be able to go into a fantasy, or 4 days of fantasy, or 4 days of history, whatever that person enjoys and likes. And I think that's what is exciting about what Tammy has done. She's taking a little bit of each thing and making it where everybody, the public, can enjoy all of it, all in a 4-day festival.
Yeah, exactly. I'm there. If you can't find something to do at Big River, then you're not trying. And as I said, we're going to do some street work this year, but they also have plenty of other people working the street. There's excuse me, I got to take a drink. And it's root beer. It ain't anything else.
Well, while he's taking that drink, one of the people I know is going to be there. The Steampunk Pope is back. He's a fixture of that festival, and he'll have his papal indulgences, I do believe.
And the Pope Mobile will be there. Also, Justin Parker will be there with his penny farthing. For those of you that don't know what a penny farthing is, it's a bicycle with a really big front wheel and a really small back wheel. I can't describe it. All I can say is do a little bit of research and look up and see what a penny farthing is.
Because they're
I'm trying to think of anybody else I can think of offhand that's going to be there.
The blacksmith that we got our torches from should be there.
Is that our festival?
Yes, yeah. He is.
He was awesome, guys. I will tell you, I was very, very impressed with what I saw with that young man. And especially working with Renaissance for the last 10, 12 years, I have seen quite a few forges, but let me tell you, this guy was fantastic. He is very talented. I think you could challenge him to anything and he could make it. With that, that's how talented this young man is.
Well, now he is the one that made both of my eating torches and Johnny's, along with my spike that goes in my nose. So yeah, he's not only talented, but he's got a good sense of humor. He enjoys what he does. I believe it's his wife that works with him, but I could be wrong. I wish I could think of his name. But they're an amazing couple, and they work. Yes. They're just fun to be around, let alone that they have nice products.
Yeah. And I know one of the products I need to get from them this time is I need to get me a bag of fucks because I ain't got no fucks to give anymore, so I need to replenish them.
I still got mine, although I've handed plenty out. But yeah, he does have rather, how shall we say, interesting products.
Oh yes, because he has something that I'm hoping he will bring with him. In fact, I need to get hold of him to make sure he does. It was hanging from his canopy that he made out of metal, and I've been challenged to get it and to wear it.
All righty then.
It was, did y'all not see the bra hanging up that he had made out of metal?
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah. So it was one of the first ones he's made. So I'm going to see if he'll bring it with him this go round. We'll see what. I'm not guaranteeing Mater's going to wear it though. Not out in public.
I'm thinking out to see if he can make it out of brass. That way, we did. Well, I ain't going to go there. You can figure it out.
Go there, Paul. Now you told me this was PG-13.
If you got that joke, it's because your mama and daddy told you how to get it.
Hey, now come on, Mater has the lick of sense to get it herself.
I ain't going there. A jar of brasso, so I ain't got to worry about it. What else? Okay, another thing though, guys. What about the food at Big River? What kind of food does she do they have? Because that is one thing people are always interested in.
I am trying to remember on that one. I think she had at least 12 different food vendors. And there is also, they have a store up there that I can't tell you what the name of it is. Couldn't tell you, but it's, they make sandwiches in the store. It's, I won't say it's Amish, because I'm not sure. But
Okay.
their bread is homemade. Their
Ooh.
meat is fresh, and it'll make a skinny man fat and a fat man happy.
Well, that's what you want to hear. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, that is one of the busier stores also.
Yeah, it is. It is. They stay packed.
And then I know all I can remember last year from their food trucks is they had two different drink stands. One did fresh lemonade, the other did it was homemade soda, and they had a big bottle that you could buy and get refilled throughout the event.
The root beer lady we had at our event will be there, or at least someone from her franchise.
From the franchise.
Hopefully, it'll be her.
Oh, I hope so, because she was awesome. She was really a fantastic young lady, and I know she is definitely coming back for us. So that is already guaranteed. So
Now, for those of you that don't know what we're talking about when we say our event, we're talking about the Steampunk Stampede. Now, this year it's been moved, well, next year, it's been moved to the first weekend of June. And while we might not be as big as Big River, and as much as I like Tammy, I'm gunning for her. I want to be almost as good as she is, if not better.
almost as good as she is, Paul. Honey, we're gonna be as good as she is. I can guarantee you that.
Well, she keeps improving every year, so I don't know where she's going to set the bar at, so I'm going to have to chase her.
Well, we're just going to have to see what she's got this year, and then we're going to make sure for 2025 Steampunk Stampede for an Oklahoma. You better believe it, buddy. They're going to be known.
I'm trying to think, what else do we have coming up? Now, me and Johnny will be at HalloCon on the 5th of October. And it's not going to be doing any show or that, but we will be promoting Steampunk Stampede, and that's in McAllister, where we'll be at.
Then we got the McAllister Oktoberfest.
Yes, I don't know if Mather, I don't know if you're going to be able to make it. I'm trying to figure out what we're doing there on that.
Well, I need to know the day because my cohort, we will be working Oktoberfest up here in Veneta. I think it is the second weekend of October, but let us know because yes, we'd love to be there. If it's Oktoberfest and represent Steampunk Stampede, you better believe, yeah, because we really need people to know, who, especially McAllister, since they have opened up their arms and have accepted us like they have. We want to be there and do whatever we can.
I want to say their Oktoberfest is either the third or the fourth weekend, because at one point in time we were looking at having all but the second weekend booked.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said I'll have to look at the dates because I can't remember exactly.
Well, let me know because we'd like to, yeah, because we can always plan to do that. That would be great. We can bring our costumes and be there.
I think that's pretty much what we're up to. And I plug Gear Grease one more time because I'm not real sure where we're running out of time on, Johnny.
We're about 29 minutes and 31 seconds into it. So
Okay. Well, we were aiming for about 30 minutes. So
So that's good. Yeah, again, though, guys, let's just let everybody make sure that to head to Hannibal, Missouri to see some crazy antics from some crazy people, but to really come and enjoy Big River Festival for that Labor Day weekend.
August 30th through September 2nd or 3rd. I can't remember the exact, but
I believe the second.
Second, yeah, because it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
yep.
Yeah. And that's the 5th anniversary. So, like I said, Tammy's pulled out all the stops.
Wait, which anniversary
And,
did you say?
Do what?
Which anniversary did you say?
10th.
All right. Sounded like you said 5th.
It's the 10th anniversary. And like I said, they have the Steampunk Festival, the Renaissance Festival, and the Diesel Funk in between. Be sure to catch the Moonshine family. Yes, we're under the Irish Roadshow. We're transitioning, and we ain't going to do nothing but get better. So if you don't make it to Hannibal, keep your eyeballs peeled and your earballs open because we're going to be around somewhere.
Exactly. And two sassy sisters are going to be right behind them.
I don't know if I trust her behind me, but okay.
Well,
I'm going to leave that to your imagination.
well, Paul, you just don't have to be going down a hill.
That's right. Absolutely.
I'm
Well-
already going down the hill, I think.
I
You've been
know.
done over the hill for a long time,
I
know I'm only 21 plus.
plus a few centuries.
Just
Well,
because I've been down since rock was soft and water was wetter.
Well, I'm not going there because I was arguing with somebody. I kept saying I'm only a quarter of a century old, and they're like, "No, you're not. You're 3/4." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm only a quarter." Then I realized a quarter of a century is 25 years. I ain't seen 25 in a long time.
Well, I thought you were fixing to say you was 3/4 each to the wind.
Well, I can't. Never mind. Mater ain't gonna. Mater don't tell all of her secrets, Paul.
That's okay. We will.
And then I'm gonna get I'll get Ma Moonshine's bones out, and they're gonna be rattling, and they're gonna tell all sorts of tales on you.
But anyhow, I think we covered it all.
I think
All right. Well, before these two get going at it again and spill secrets that would be best left for show and tell at the Big River or any other event we're at, this has been another exciting, interesting, entertaining episode of Gear Grease. Thank you all for staying with us this long, and have a good night.